As you learned right here on WBOC, the city of Salisbury recently received a big state grant to help get started on a plan to bring the dilapidated old Union Station building on Railroad Avenue back to life. Projects like this pop up every now and then in towns all over Delmarva.
Oh yeah, this old canning company building in Cambridge, or that old shipyard in Milford. The list goes on and on. Well, we have an old history nerd friend, and we say that with all the love. We wanted to ask about this whole Union Station project. How does this structure fit into the fabric of Salisbury's history, and what does it have to say about the town today? We've got a question, so we got Secrets of the Eastern Shore's Jim Duffy. Of course we do.
Of course
Throwback
we do.
Thursday. So we give you this homework assignment, right?
Yes.
And then you come back with the crossroads of progress. Tell us what was going on when this Union Station was built.
So it went up in 1914. But the story of what was going on goes way back much further. And it goes to the arrival of the railroad, of course, because it's a train station. So the railroad comes down from Wilmington down to Delmar in like the 1840s, 1850s. And eventually it comes all the way down south and gets to Cape Charles. So the reason why this changed everything was because before that it was all sailing ships, right? And the sailing ships are unreliable, because if there's no wind, you don't know when you're going to get there.
Right.
And if there is a storm, you might have to sit it out for a couple of days.
Okay.
So if you're dealing with produce and seafood, not knowing when it's going to get there is really a bad deal. So this railroad coming in really kind of set the stage for things we celebrate today with our peach festivals and our strawberry festivals and oyster, and the entire, Virginia Peninsula is really built around that railroad line. Parksley comes in, and Cape Charles, they didn't even exist before the railroad line comes in.
Okay, so that's north and south.
Yeah.
What about east and west?
East and West happened a little bit later, and it too kind of introduced a new age, a new modern age. The line went from Claiborne and Talbot County, all the way through Salisbury and over to Ocean City. And that was a huge part of tourism.
And then the old dilapidated Union Station is where all this comes together?
It is. What's funny though is that Salisbury ran really late. For like 20 years before the station went up, newspapers were complaining bitterly about the dilapidated old sheds that were excuses for stations. There were different stations in different places. There wasn't one central station. And so Union Station, while late, was kind of this big fancy way of announcing to the world, hey, wait a minute, here we are. We've actually entered the 20th century, even if it's 1915 or whatever else. Look at us. We've got it all settled down.
We've got it going on. So would it be appropriate to say everything old is new again? Because it seems like Salisbury's trying to...
Exactly. Salisbury ran a little bit late on the modern day downtown revitalization, if you compare the timing in like a town like Berlin or Chestertown or Milton or wherever else. So again, Salisbury a little bit late, but now folk festival, high-rise buildings going on, new town square coming, and it's like we're 110 years later and Salisbury's making the same announcement, hey, look at us, big, we're part of the 21st century, look at us.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Secrets of the Eastern Shore author Jim Duffy, thank you so much for being here.
Good to have you, Jim.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.